These guys are not experts.
And I'm not sure they're even that smart.
They do like video games.
And I guess you could say they're funny.
Sometimes.
Well, they do like to talk.
And they do have opinions.
It's time for Video Game Replays!
What up, VGR family? Welcome to the show. Back at it again. Co-host Aiden in the building. Top left, we got CJ. What's going on, C?
Hey, same old, same old. I'm right here. Who's on the right side of the screen? BML. Big Money Larry. Had to think about that for a second.
Wrong side again. Top right. top right, BML. Top right.
If you told me bacon, mayonnaise, and lettuce, man, like that's terrible. That's terrible. I got plenty of bacon, but I got no mayonnaise going. You know what I mean? How you doing, eh? It's good to see you, brother.
Oh, doing pretty good. Slow week for me. Not a ton of work right now. Been gaming, playing a little Valorant. Really not doing a whole lot. I've been washing a lot of dishes because our dishwasher was down. But turns out I flipped the breaker at one point and I forgot to flip it back, so that's why the dishwasher was not working. so
yes. So it is working.
So it is working now. We got automatic dishwashing going on at this moment. See, you got any eventful stuff going on this week?
Don't think so. Just, NBA season is back. Knicks did beat Aiden's stinky butt Cavs, so and my brother's stinky butt Celtics. So other than that, I've been making some money on some sports gambling because that's my main income, of course. But I did carve pumpkins the other day, and sorry if you're from Boston, I don't mean to offend you, but I carved a huge pumpkin that said "fuck Boston," so that was my pumpkin. Other than that, nothing eventful here. Larry, you got adult stuff going on?
Well, there goes that demographic. I really appreciate that. I'll apologize to the folks of Boston. We hate your football team, but we love your listens.
And your basketball team.
Yeah, that too. I can't argue with that. Adulting, no, not really. I mean, been a slow week. We had our count the last time we got together, my inventory and all that, and basically I've been locked out ever since. Which basically just means I'm not doing shit if I ain't got to do shit because that's his backlog, and Larry don't like to do backlog. So, but the only adulting I did, I don't know if I ever mentioned. I guess my oldest daughter, she had a fender bender. Her first one had happened. Kissed the backside of a Chevy pickup truck from the day. Didn't do shit to it, and of course shoved the fender halfway up the nose of her car. Still nothing too bad. Could be a lot worse, but she's perfectly fine, and I have to now figure out how to fix all those problems. And over the weekend, I ended up putting a new headlight in her car. Truthfully, it's 3 bolts. Should be cake, right? Yeah, well, that fender's just shoved in just in the right spot where what should have been a 15-minute job, 20-minute job, became a 2.5-hour job with me sweating profusely in 50-degree weather. Trying to just bend a fender out about 6 inches enough to squeeze it in there. I'm going to replace the fender, but I trying to find a good deal. It's a white car. That's fun. I can get a manufactured OEM part for less than $100, $100, $150 shipped, but it's black.
Yep.
I want a white one. It's gonna be about $300, $336 if I think correctly, with another $300 to ship it here, and it coming off some car sitting in a junkyard in Florida, which means it's probably rusted all to hell on one side or the other. So, I love you, honey. You get a black fender. So,
Can't blame me there.
Outside of that, yeah, it's like Aiden said, it's getting to be that time. Video games are here, man. It's where we're at. What, sun's gone 6:30, 7 o'clock, which pretty much that's dinner time. And now what do? I'm old folks. I watch some Jeopardy with my wife. She hangs out with me long enough until I get annoying, and then says I'm leaving. And then I started drinking and playing video games, which I picked up 2 this past week. I picked up some old DOS games and shit that I've been playing. I got back into One Must Fall, which is that robot fighter game I mentioned a while back, and then I picked up a. It's an old Dynamics, which is the name of the company produced it, Sierra Dynamics. It's a point and click adventure game called The Adventures of Willie Beamish, where you're a little kid named Willie Beamish who has a little frog called Horny, and it's the adventures of him trying to get to the Nintari Summer Games Expo, which I guess is like the World Championship. So, what was that? What was that movie? The one where the kid wanted to get to California so he could be in there and play like the Super Mario Brothers 3 commercial. The Wizard, I guess. I think that's what it was.
I'm not gonna lie, I have
It
zero
sounds
clue.
very vaguely familiar, but I'm not going to pretend I actually know.
Okay, well, I'm 90% sure is the Wizard had Fred Savage in it and some little kid who had autism before they knew what autism was. And basically, he was like a savant in video games. And he just kept going, California, California. And what it was, he wanted to go to like Nintendo World Championships and play Super Mario Bros. 3 because it was the commercial. So that's basically, I think that's what this game is. But other than that, that's about the extent of what my world's been for the last 7 days.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Valorant here and there with seeing our buddy Kian. I can't say
Played a little
he's
bit.
gotten a whole lot better, but he has been participating. Not
Might
getting a
have
ton
got
of
worse
kills,
in the
but
past like 3 weeks. I'm not going to lie.
might have got worse. But he's there nonetheless. I've been cooking a lot. That's something with my time off, but pretty much I've became a housewife for my family. I've just been cooking and cleaning. I was just stay at home mom, just cooking and cleaning.
Somebody's got to do
earning
it,
my
dude.
stay. I made carnitas yesterday.
I was wondering
or
what
the day
happened
before
to you.
yesterday.
You said your dishwasher broke. I was wondering what you did to yourself, but when I asked that,
No, I'm back. I was the dishwasher there for a couple days, but yeah, carnitas a couple days ago. Today I made chicken sandwiches. I've just been slaving away, you know. It's actually not that hard. I like cooking a lot. I don't know what these broads are complaining about. All right. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Hey, I'll
What?
tell you. I don't know what our analytics for YouTube is, but I can tell you the one for Spotify. There's not one woman listening on there, at least not that admits that she is. So,
Yeah.
bros,
They're under a
bros
secret
know,
name.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all 40-year-old males. Sure, ladies. Sure.
Yeah. Well, I actually got a question for today. It's another bear, has a bear in it, so you know it's going to be a good question, and it has money in it. Okay, you're in a shopping mall. This bear is loose, and you're alone. You get $10,000 if you survive 24 hours with this bear. He's completely hungry, and he's only hungry for humans. He's rapid. He's chasing after you. Like I'm talking about, like rapid. Like if you get scratched, he has rabies. Like you might not live anyway. Like he's rabid 24 hours though, and if you survive, you get $50,000. Are you taking this deal? And what would your strategy be?
I got a question.
Hmm.
Are we getting a head start? Like, are we just spawning in random locations? Like, are we starting beside each other? Like,
I want to say random locations. I want to say like you spawn in the
Ooh.
target and you don't know where the bear is. The bear could be in the target.
so I know
You
I'm
don't
spawning
know.
in target.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
Okay.
Because it would be, if it was completely RNG, you have a chance of spawning like a foot beside the bear, and you're just
Yeah.
screwed at that point.
Be my luck.
So, but there's no special skill of it other than it's just rabid and super hungry. It's the only just other
Rabid
than
super.
that,
I mean,
no
it's a
skills?
large grizzly. It's not like a black bear. It's a
Grizzly?
large
But
grizzly.
So, like in theory, it couldn't open a door with a lock.
In theory, but
Yeah, I'll
let's
do
say
it twice, bro.
let's say let's say to make it a little more competitive, this bear can open doors, even if they're
What do I
locked.
do? What do I even do?
Motherfuckers, locksmith plus 12, man. There you go.
Listen, you even have to barricade yourself with shelves. You got to make some. You got to make some shelter. You got to maybe go to you got a Home Depot connected, get a
So it
machete or
can
something.
pick every lock. It can pick any lock.
Okay, no
This is
doors. There's no
perfect.
doors in this place. There's no doors in the mall.
I'd
That makes
rather
more
take
sense
that.
than a bear.
Yeah.
And a bear that
I
can
was
open
about to
doors.
say, for the mall.
No
I was
doors in the
thinking of,
mall.
you know, I was gonna say close the target door down, just shut it, just hope it didn't spawn a target. Basically, it's my game plan. Now, if it did, then I found out. Hopefully, I can get to the door and shut it again. Um, yeah, why not? I'll do it. You wanna hear my strat?
It's your strat.
Probably gonna try to find like the biggest store, like something like a Target. Can probably try to quickly just grab quick basics, just some snacks, really, honestly, just some snacks. Do I have my phone and stuff on me? Just what's on my person right now, kind of
you
thing.
can't.
Okay.
You can't get any help, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just. So wait, do I have plus 12 lock picking as well? Important to. Can I
Oh,
also pick
sure,
any
you
lock?
can. There's no doors, but you can have that ability if you want.
Oh, there's no doors at all. Like even in the Target,
In
like
this, even if not in the whole mall, there's no doors
dude, taking a TV.
except for the
I'm
outside
taking.
doors, so you can't
Okay.
escape. Obviously.
Yeah. I'm taking a TV. I'm taking some sort of game station. Going in the back of Target, probably as high up in a corner as I can. I don't need volume. I'll set up a TV. Maybe take a bunch of sheets really quick. Go to a little fort, and yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it twice.
You're just hoping. You're hoping the bear doesn't find you. Pretty much. That's your strat. You're flipping the
Yeah,
coin.
I mean, look, realistically, if I'm playing like fucking hide and go seek with it, and I'm moving around, like probably gonna end up getting myself caught. If I just stay put and don't move, I'll barricade like the little floppy doors in a Target kind of thing. To the back. Well, there's no doors. There's no door. My
There's no
fault.
doors. Yeah. There you go.
I will just block it off the best I can. Maybe like park the probable forklift they have right there. Like, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stack as much shit in front of the doorway to the back and get up in the top or something. Like, I mean, it can climb, but
I mean,
probably
you got to
better than
think
me.
these
Like,
things can climb much better than us. They climb trees, like just on the regular.
yeah, but if I get behind the counter, what's it gonna do? Not climb the counter? You know what I mean? I might as well make it climb something. Like, I mean, if you got a better plan,
I
let me
mean,
hear it, Larry. I think you got the plan then. Larry's
The
not
only
doing
other
it.
question I have thus far is the mall that we're in. Is it 1 story, 2 story, 3?
it's a good question. We'll go with a 2-story.
2 story. Huh.
I might
Okay.
have changed my
And
answer real quick.
was this place active prior to us being in it?
You're the only one in it, but it's like imagine a mall that's active and everyone disappears. Like it's just you and the bear. Like it was active the day
Okay.
before.
Can we
Okay.
pick where we spawn?
Yeah, let's stick with Target. Just make some strat.
If
You gotta have some strats.
I'm gonna go to the movie theater and sit in the little projector room box and just watch a movie and hope that I can just keep watching movies.
the I don't know. The scary part is the fact that you got to move from Target
Yeah,
because
Mhm.
most malls
I'm
don't give
probably
you
staying in Target.
multiple pathways to get from one end to the other, or you're upstairs. I mean, I know the couple I'm familiar with. Yeah, you might have 3 different ways to get upstairs, but you're still going down one big ass corridor to get from one side to the
Yeah.
other. So, because my first thought was when we started this was going to whatever nerd store I can find. It's got like a half a dozen katanas in there. Load up in like some sort of ninja gear, and hopefully they have some sort of weird cosplay Shogun shit, so I can think I'm doing something. I thought for a minute like going to Auntie Anne's and like rolling around in the shit to like give myself like a food smell, and then like let it kind of do its thing. Um,
Let it
I
take
don't
advantage of
doubt.
you. I mean, I don't know. What do you
Well,
mean?
I'm just saying.
Let it do its thing.
Well, like that way, like the my human smell kind of disappears, and I get more of a food smell. So I may be
Okay, I
food
get
Yeah.
walking
that.
through there, but
It
I'm
can't have
not the
super
humans
hunter
walking through.
smell for only humans. That's just fucked. That's just unfair. I'm getting the ceiling tiles
Well,
in
it's
Target. Finally.
it's hungry. It's hungry for humans.
But it's
Like
not like
that's
150 meters to the west. It's not like that.
no, it's not.
It's
They don't
still
have
on
like
south.
super smell. They're just hungry for humans.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like be like Predator, just cover myself with sour cream and hide there. Like, come on, motherfucker, get me, motherfucker. Um, outside of that, yeah, I guess I'm gonna just have to figure out where someplace I can post up. But I definitely am gonna try to find a weapon, i.e., like I said, going to nerd store, find a katana. Hell, I guess Might as well stop by Spencer's and get myself a little something to play with myself with. Might be the last time, Why not? And then, Auntie Anne's to roll around and some food and grab a pretzel while I'm there because it's gonna be my last one. I guess it might as well be Auntie Anne. But other than that, I just gotta find somewhere to post up and hide. And being a big guy, I don't know if upstairs is the right answer, but I'd definitely be around the food court somewhere, just to hopefully distract us.
I don't hate that. I want to say I probably wouldn't do it. Next question. No, I want to say if I probably actually if someone offered me this exact deal, I probably wouldn't take it. But if I was to take it, I would say, I know you're a gambler. I mean, because there's a chance you're spawning the target and this bear just doesn't find you. Like this bear just doesn't wander to the target. Like there's that chance. But also, you have this rapid 800-pound bear that's hungry for humans.
Wait, rabbit or rapid? Like it's quick or it has rabies?
Both. He's rabid and rapid. And he's hungry for humans. No, but I would probably try to find, first and foremost, I would sneak out. I want to say I would probably venture kind of, and I would try to find the security room because this place got to have cameras. I'm going to do like Five Nights at Freddy's action. I'm going to look at the cameras, see where we're at. Maybe before
the same, bro. This bear is not the same.
Yeah, this bear is a little better than Freddy, but depending on how you look at it.
He's rapid.
I'll grab some protein bars and like a water to put in my pocket. Because I mean, it's 24 hours. It's not like you're gonna die. You really don't need anything, but I'm gonna get hungry. Yeah, so I'd find the security room. I want to say that, and I want to say that I'd just monitor his position, and that'd pretty much be it. And just hope it doesn't find me if I was to do it. But that definitely would have to be my strat. But overall, I probably just wouldn't take it.
I'm taking it.
I'm a gambler, but I like my life,
Real gambler.
Well, I guess I got lost that this was even an option. I just thought it's like, fuck, wake up and target and good luck, Little guy rolls up on a tricycle. It's like, I want to play a game. There's a bear in this mall. You got 24 hours. Good luck. Tricycle's out.
But also, what if there was doors, but instead of a bear, it was Jason Voorhees in the mall? Would that change your answer?
Same strat.
Nope. I'd
Just
take
the
the bear.
doors?
Fuck Voorhees. Nope.
Same strat.
The only thing that killed Jason Voorhees is Voorhees, and I'm not related to them. I've checked.
Nope. Same strat. I'm good. I'm gonna be in the ceiling with the
yourself
door
in.
locked. Yep.
In the ceiling with the door locked. Like he's in a skybox. Alrighty.
If somehow I did get stuck in that, I gotta stay out of the Spencer's thing because it's always the guy who's like, getting some or doing something to die first. So
Jason's
We're both gonna be looking at each other just like this in the hall. Like what?
You go to the Spencer's and Jason's already there checking out the toys.
Dude, what if you could just convince them? Just let's sit down. Let's get a slice of pizza, man. Let's just talk. Are you okay? You can get out of it.
Yeah, well, he's holding a fucking double dong dildo and fucking, looking at me like, like no, sorry.
That might be even worse somehow. A horny Jason Voorhees.
That could be very bad.
It could be.
Every day, millions of Americans struggle with something that they don't talk about. Quiet urge, private ritual, a sniff. You know the one. You take off your watch after a long day, catch a whiff of that warm, slightly tangy, great dead skin smell. For a moment, you're home. But then it happens again and again until one day you realize you're not wearing a watch anymore. You're wearing a crutch. The National Council for Dermal Awareness, we understand. We've been there. We know that every sniff isn't just about the smell. It's about the control, routine, and a little bit of shame. But healing starts with honesty. So next time you find yourself tempted to raise that wrist to your face and say, just one more, remember, you're not alone. There's no shame in saying, I need help, and possibly some lotion. Call 1-800-NO-SNIFF today, because your first step to recovery is putting the watch down.
This week, guys, we spun a wheel. We each chose 3 games off camera. I picked Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, and it landed on it. So that's the extra for this week. Kind of going off schedule a little bit, but an extra in between rounds. Round 1 just ended last week with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Check that out if you haven't. But the game of this week is Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. It's developed by Nintendo and published by Nintendo. It's a platformer, side-scrolling action. It was released August 5th, 1995, so a little later down the line in Japan, and 1995, August 4th in North America. In Yoshi's Island, you got a player. You control Yoshi as he carries Baby Mario across a series of hand-drawn worlds to rescue Baby Luigi from Kamek and Bowser. Unlike traditional Mario games, you kind of focus on more jumps and puzzles and egg throwing than actual power-ups and just killing shit. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got for this extra this week. First impressions, CJ, what'd you think?
It's cutesy. Art style was interesting. Nice little different dive into it. Little bit disappointed music didn't come out banging like it did in Super Mario World 1, but it wasn't bad by any means. Overall, first impressions was just it's cutesy. Cool baby Mario's here. All the Yoshis are in the building. So it's kind of excited to get into it just from the first couple things without getting too far into my opinion on it. Like I said, cutesy Yoshis are there, baby Mario's there. It felt like a lighthearted, kind of upbeat. And I guess, it's kind of exciting. It's like Yoshi's, yes, he had Super Mario World in a way, but this is like Yoshi's game. You know what I mean? So it's kind of excited. If you liked Yoshi from Super Mario World, you're probably like, hell yeah, this is the Yoshi game. So not bad.
Well, first impressions for me personally, I was really excited to get into this game. I did not even know this was a game. I didn't know there was a Mario game where Yoshi's, you control Yoshi. So it was pretty cool to see this. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I kind of disagree with the music thing. I love the music of it. Yeah, controlled. I'm definitely more a fan of a more traditional Mario, just off first impressions rather than puzzle solving. Just because also a lot of the puzzle solving is really kind of basic and one dimensional. But there was some really cool stuff in here. We'll get into that later on. Larry, what is your first impression?
Let's go back to the past, because I did remember playing this actually, Aiden, with your uncle on the other side. It's during the days where me and him hung out a good bit. This put me around 15 or so. He would probably been 16, 17. And they got this. I'm like, I didn't know there was a new Super Mario World game and all that. And I was a little bumfuzzled that it had, Yoshi in it. So that's kind of threw me off. But a very good graphics, very psychedelic when you get later in this game. Plays well, but
It did do
got
that.
some thoughts. I got some opinions with it, but we'll cross more with that. But I remember being intrigued. I think just the same as you are on it, and just really was surprised, I guess would be the thing.
I agree. I feel like this could have even been its own not its own IP, but just a little bit different game. I think maybe just Super Mario Yoshi's Island instead of Super Mario World 2.
Agreed.
I feel like that could have just fit it better because I didn't really feel like a Super Mario World game, but the graphics, man, it might have been honestly one of the best games we played on our channel graphics wise. Personally, I really enjoyed the graphics. I thought it looked great. Not only the graphics, but the art style. I mean, it was really cutesy, really different. As I said, those hand drawn levels and stuff. It was impressive to me. It is kind of later down the line, right? It's 1995, kind of later the SNES Live. So
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 years out, isn't it?
4 or 5 years in SNES's life, but the graphics were incredible to me personally. Very vibrant, very cutesy, look great all around. Larry, do you agree with the graphics?
I think one of the top shelf things to come out of this is the graphics. I know that this is. I'll admit I'd watched some things on it, got me interested to know more about this, but this was definitely later and down the line. This is actually after they started even Mortal Kombat, which at that point they were scanning in everything. They were scanning 3D models of people and characters, foreshadowing. But this here was actually done in a art form, like where they decided we're gonna take this a little bit different, and they drew it on paper and then scanned it back into it. So that's why all of it looks kind of like it's kind of crownish, very cartoony. But man, it's superb, and like I'll go back to the I think the first time you see it, it's level 1-7. It's called Get Fuzzy or something like that. And you get those little white fuzz balls and the acid trip kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm being very literal when the acid trip kicks in because that level was played the hell out of it. I think there's more of it later. It's like almost like 2 or 3 worlds where it's really just vibrant and colorful. But yeah, I mean, the Mario feels your 16-bit, but that background is just amazing.
Oh
So
yeah.
definitely top shelf when it comes to the graphics and what you see here.
Yeah, totally agreed. I'm a big fan of the hand drawn looking stuff. I didn't know kind of the lore behind it of it getting scanned in. Totally can feel that. I agree. I think one of the best things that this game does is the look of it. I think Aiden had a good point. Maybe not Super Mario World, just Super Yoshi Island. But I mean, God, it did look good. The only real gripe I had graphically is I felt like it was a little sensitive when like jumping from one platform to another. I found myself running over like the edge of the platform a lot. And I thought maybe it was just a couple jump thing, but like it felt like it consistently happened throughout my play. Uh, but overall, uh, it looked good. I liked the different things with Yoshi. Like one thing I noticed I wanted to mention is when you crouch as Yoshi, Baby Mario crouches slightly delayed, as if probably a kid would. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cutesy. Like the whole game just has a cutesy vibe to it. On the contrary of the acid trip, I fucking hated it. It made me nauseous. I was not a fan, and I felt like I hit one, and then I would hit one, and then I would hit one, and I just could not get away from it. Really fucked me up for a minute. I felt like when the ground warped down, I couldn't jump out of it. Like right, they did it great. It was just I suck at that. But the way that they did that, it fucked with me. So props to you, Nintendo.
I found
Overall, like you guys said, top notch.
I found it better just to power through the acid trips. Like that's pretty much all you do. Just trust your senses and just keep moving right, and you'll find a patcher that's not there. And just wait a second.
Agreed. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, true.
I do want to touch on something that I didn't touch on the graphics. CJ started to a little bit, but the movement and mechanics, very advanced. Probably the most advanced that we've played on this channel so far. Just the egg throwing. Just
Yeah.
I can see your issue with like the momentum of when they're running fast, but I mean that's always been a thing for Mario games, even on modern ones, modern 2D Mario games. When you're running and
Fair.
you stop, you kind of have that little slide at the end. But man, for me, the movement and mechanics were top notch. I love the egg throwing. I love all the different little Yoshis that he turns into and the different movement for every one of them. It was very impressive. I thought the movement and overall mechanics of the game were also very impressive too. Obviously, that the time frame of when it was released, being a more modern SNES game, has something to do with that. But very impressed by that overall. You guys got anything else to add on to that? I just wanted to touch on that really quickly.
Um, I'll jump in behind you on that. The slipperiness, I think, like you say, that is a very Super Mario kind of thing. I think you even picked that from the very first one to the more recent ones. But this, I think with Yoshi, for some reason, it felt even worse. And it may just because of the size of a dinosaur trying to run and do that, that it felt like that. I'm having a brain fart. Did these Yoshis wear boots like the original Yoshi?
I believe so. I could be making that up in my
Not
head, but
it's not even hitting me. I'm not sure.
I mean, it almost have to, I would think, just because it's Yoshi. But um, somebody needs to get that damn dinosaur some better boots, something a little more designed to handle some terrain, because it just
Yes, it did. Yes.
okay,
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Boots
the
confirmed.
iconic red steppas. Yes. One thing I
I don't.
didn't say real quick about graphics, mob design was great. I don't know how I skipped over it. The mob design was
Oh yeah,
great. It did the bosses were cool. I've always liked the little wizard dude, so it's kind of cool to see him a little more. Um
that's Kamek,
but
right? Or
Yeah,
what's his name? Okay.
lift
I
up the
guess it,
shirt. Lift up the shirt.
well,
Is he on there?
he's not on this one.
Shit. Yeah, I've
He
always
wasn't
liked
created
him.
yet.
Boss designs were cool. I thought just the general mob designs were cool. I like the little flower people, and I'll get into some more later. But wanted to point that out before I forgot to.
No, 100%. We somehow did not touch on that. I don't know. I'm personally, I didn't have a big of an issue with the momentum sliding, but I can definitely see that being a problem for some people. not me. I want to say on the soundtrack, CJ pointed out that he wasn't a fan of some parts of it. I personally really like the soundtrack, like the main music of it. It's very memorable. I remember it. I know it from somewhere. I I really enjoyed it. A couple sound effects that were annoying that CJ pointed out. I'll let him explain it, but yeah, I liked
Larry already knows, dude.
when he pointed
You
it
have
out, I was
to.
like, yeah, it's annoying, but I didn't notice it all that much, but I enjoyed the soundtrack. CJ, get into your gripes and enjoys on here.
Hey, I will say, when I said it earlier, I didn't mean it in the harshest way when I said it didn't come out thumping like Super Mario World. Don't get me wrong, especially the overworld music, it was literally like stuck in my head. And me and Aiden hopped on a game of Valorant real quick pre-pod, and I'm putting on my headset and I'm singing it. So I mean, it's definitely it has its place. I think the levels had good music and stuff. The one thing that Aiden that I pointed out to him is maybe the best version of this I've ever heard or seen. Condoms, no. The arm insert, no. The pill, no. Birth control is hearing baby Mario fucking cry when you get hit. Oh my god. And it doesn't stop. It's not like a little wah, oh, a little more wah. No, it's nonstop. Wah! It's the most miserable sound I've ever heard in my life. I fucking hated it with every living fiber in me. It made me want to gouge my ears out, put toothpicks in both sides, and just smack myself in the head. Other than that, no, sound great. I lied. Some of the specifically the platforms, I will draw it for you, visual watchers here. The platforms. Okay, let's be careful not to make that something not good. So the platforms like this, where it's kind of four things that's spinning
Where you move
like
when
a
you stand
Yeah.
on it.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it just sounded like the sound of it was too fucking loud, and it just drove me insane. Or the piranhas. The piranha sound was miserable when you got close to them. The baby ones that
Oh,
grew, that was rough. But outside of that, like I'm just griping about small shit. It almost felt more untuned than like terrible. So I think maybe just adjust their sliders a little bit. I'm not mad. Game musically, awesome, top notch. Larry, back me up. You hate Baby Mario? He should die.
the the little Glock 3000 there don't work for you, huh? Is that what you're saying, buddy?
Mm-mm,
Um,
mm-mm.
Terrible. Google that if you don't know, and if you're too young, don't Google that shit. You should be listening to us anyways. Um, let's start off with soundtrack. Not as memorable as Mario World, but also not played as much. Um, it sounded clean. I think definitely. I don't know if it was Koji Kondo did this too. I know they started on. I do remember that, but I think they got pulled away. So um, collectively for the music wise, not bad. Now I did find out, and I've learned that the crying baby thing was put in there because what they found when they game tested this, that if that baby didn't cry, nobody went to save the baby. And that's the whole point of the fucking game is to save the baby and go get Luigi. So if nothing else, to make the baby stop crying, go get the fucking baby. That's the whole point. Um, and I
Fair.
will admit,
It worked.
my wife Crystal was so annoyed to it. I don't know how many times during the past week because I played it upstairs on the big TV. She came out there and was like, "What the hell are you playing? Why I keep hearing a baby cry?" It's like, because I can't keep shit from hitting me, and the baby won't sit still. So, yes, subconsciously, yes, she's returned to the point of motherhood where babies crying in the middle of the night kind of pisses her off. So, um, nature of the
I might
beast,
be
I
ready to
guess.
be a father. I didn't even really notice the cry until CJ pulled it up for me on his Switch.
That's all I gotta say for you visual watchers. Fuck Baby Mario.
Um, well, either that or you're being smug about the whole like I'm Aiden, I don't get hit. I just like
Yeah,
baby
yeah.
getting
I
away
mean,
from me. What?
I actually did bring it up when I was talking
my
to CJ about
shoes,
it.
my shoes were laced. I didn't fucking slip.
Didn't get hit by shit and running nothing, huh?
Well, I
Nah.
just want to go out on a limb. Is that your least favorite part of the game, C?
I would say to pinpoint an individual aspect of the game, like a unique trait of the game, would genuinely be that fucking Mario cry. I will say overall, it didn't feel right to play. To tell you the truth, I just didn't. necessarily love my time playing it. I thought it looked better and sounded better for the most part than it felt to actually play. It's like I'm trying to think like I think Cyberpunk looks so cool and I just haven't picked it up. And I think it's one of those games that when I look at it, I love the idea of the game more than I actually like the game. And I wish I had a couple better examples. I think Forza Horizons 5, stuff like that. It's kind of always been the same thing. Is the idea of the game and the look of the game is so cool to me, but actually playing it doesn't really scratch that itch I'm looking for. Kind of how I felt with this. It looked great. The soundtrack super catchy. The idea is awesome. I think the idea, especially after introducing Yoshi a couple years prior, I think it's a great idea. It just didn't do it for me. So I think maybe just the missing. I guess maybe this the typical Mario aspects missing just made it feel not so Mario esque, and it just made me enjoy it a little less. And maybe that's my biggest gripe outside of baby bitch ass Mario. If I ever see one
Could
playing
be
Mario Kart again, dude, I'm wrecking it right off the fucking road after playing this. I'm telling you that now. So
I do wonder if it's the expectation from the title. If you see Super Mario World
possibly as
2,
well.
it could be
Possibly
that
for
because
sure.
if this was a standalone game, like a one-off, like Yoshi's Island, like kind of puzzle solving cutesy game, I feel like you wouldn't have that opinion, but I also share that opinion, so maybe I wouldn't either. I definitely come into this expecting a 2 of Super Mario World, and that's not quite what you get. But I personally, I did really enjoy the game. I want to say my least favorite part might have been it it might have been just how this is gonna sound crazy, but how long the game was. It's like I can feel and how like the levels for like a game this long, they don't seem to like feel different after each level, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know. It kind of at some point felt like I was just mindlessly playing through levels. Like Super Mario World, you can play through the game and if you want to go back, you can go a different route and there's different secret routes. This one felt really linear and kind of mindless, especially for solving puzzles. I mean, I could probably play this game for 5 hours and be on world 4 or 5. Uh, it's and 5 hours of puzzle solving and riding around on Yoshi is not it's not something that I'm really that fond of. I didn't really have a whole lot of really serious gripes with this game. I'm struggling to find something that I actually didn't like. I mean, the baby cry didn't bother me that much. I want to say, yeah, I guess the kind of I'm struggling finding the word for it. The repetitiveness, but it's a different word I'm looking for. But
the monotony of doing
yeah,
it
the
over and
monotony
over.
of just doing it over and over and over again and it doesn't feel like I'm progressing that much. There's not much progression to be had. I'm just kind of doing the same thing over and over and over, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I want to say
Welcome to
that's my
life,
least favorite
brother.
part of the game. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad I get the opportunity to go last in this because truthfully, I was struggling with that idea before we got onto this, but I'm glad to know I don't feel alone. Yeah, Baby Mario is just annoying. There you go. It's not the worst part. It's just it it felt like a chore to play this game. Um,
Yeah.
I played it. I think since like I said, it's been roughly a week since we got together and we decided we're going to play this. I've played it 4 nights of the 7 days since I've seen you, and I think by like last night I was dreading it. And to be very honest with you guys, I got to the end of level 2, and it wasn't because it was hard. It was just a drag to pull myself through. It's like I got I gotta go fold some clothes, right? Oh, hey, Bowser, my dog, you need to go outside, right? I know you've been out 3 times since I started, but come on, let's go, let's go. I mean, it was like homework. And I don't think any game should feel like homework, but this kind of did. And I think the things that are missing in this that I'm going to say that I don't like is where Aiden, you said it's linear. You have level 1-1, you have level 1-2. We just got done playing a Mario game 3 weeks ago where you went wherever the hell you wanted. Um,
Hmm.
Up, left, right, all that. You don't have that shit here. Um, and then also it kind of puts in this whole extra layer of what they call that, hunt quest or collectathon or whatever. We got to collect this, get so many of these coins, get all the
Yeah.
flowers, and that's like it's like where Aiden always complained about a boss where you got the extra little guy running around to just kind of make it seem harder. That's what these collectathons turn into, is this whole, you want to be the perfect game, you got to now go through and play all this and explore inside the level, which if I had no other time and this is the only game I had sitting around, sure. But I got other things to play that I'd rather play than have to do this. So it's terrible that I think that that's what this became. But I do know that, now I'll say it up front, that again, I watched some background on this. Um, the original Mario team. God, I can't remember his name. Someone, please. The guy at Nintendo, we all know his name. The
Uh,
Master of the Lord, our Lord and Savior.
Mitsu, is it something like it's some? I can't think of it.
Someone help me out,
Shigeru
Steve.
Miyamoto.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Yes.
Mr. Miyamoto.
I got the Mia something.
But they started on this, and like I said, they okayed it. They helped move this along because some new guy actually created and built this from the ground up, and Miyamoto just helped guide him. But at some point, he stepped out, and then they finally put it together. So I think that's kind of where it all fell apart. They didn't get that normal level creation that strangely is very hard. And if you ever did Super Mario Maker, you will realize how hard it is to make a good flowing level. So, but yeah, I think that's really one of my biggest gripes, is it felt such like work. And I don't think it should feel like that, but that's just me.
I
No, it's
agree.
not just you.
I probably played about maybe 3.5 hours total throughout the week, and I want to say I made it to like maybe World 3, like somewhere towards the end of World 3. I think the
Yeah.
last like I think I beat the vase guy of World 2 and made the World 3, and I mean it just I didn't feel fulfilled as I continued to play it. I kind of just it was like brain numbing playing it, which it's not a bad game if you're listening to a podcast or watching a show in the background. You just have like something going on in the background. But yeah, it definitely wasn't what I was expecting. I'll say that. I went this week like picking this game, saying like, oh, it's a Super Mario World 2. Oh, it's going to be a game that we all love. It's going to be a 9 game, a VGR 9. It's a Mario game, but maybe my expectations were a little too high on it.
With with you bringing that up, I don't recommend playing this with a podcast or anything in the background, because I've found myself rolling over watching, TikToks and shorts, and it's like I was looking for other shit to do because it was just ugh. So I don't recommend doing it. If you're gonna play it, but know that baby's gonna make you want to throw something.
Well, we've got at what it seemed like a lot of gripes with this game. Let's look at the opposite. Favorite part of the game. I do have some things I really enjoyed about this game personally. I want to say my favorite part of the game. Maybe it's a weak point, but I really like the graphics. It almost seemed like art playing this game, which it literally was, I guess. But graphically, this game was amazing. I mean, I can't say a whole lot more that I haven't already touched on in the graphics section, but this game, it was really pretty as I was playing it. The background levels, CJ mentioned the mobs, you could tell what everything was. Graphically, it was amazing. I want to say that's my favorite part. See, you got a different favorite part of the game?
Not really. I think it was easy on the eyes. Felt, I think, in a way, a good way, or in a way, a good thing. It kind of was a little laid back ish. It's almost better to look at than play. I think kind of plays into my gripes, but also something, of course, that I did like about it was the way it looked. Yoshi's cool. I'll say that. I did like the egg throwing at first, like the first 2 times. I was like, oh, whoa, like I don't like this at all. But like, nah, I did like it. I kind of probably my favorite part of actual gameplay puzzlingness is like shooting your egg up at something to find out like you can shoot it at this basically like stone that's holding a flower. That's how you get the flower. I kind of like that. I get Larry's point big time on the collectathon kind of thing. I genuinely, the best part about that to me was just the scoreboard at the end, kept with the artsy theme. It was a little chalkboard. That was cool.
Yeah.
Outside of that, left a lot to be desired. I felt like this game could have been better even. Genuinely, if they did the same thing that they did with this game, but put it on Super Mario's platform, like world, it would have been better. Like, you know what I mean? So I just feel like, in a way, they took a step backwards and went to pure linearness. And That's what hurts it. But overall, I mean, good premise. Like I stated earlier too. I mean, great idea. Cashing on Yoshi, he was just awesome, super loved from the game you intro him in. He deserves a game, kind of thing. Especially with Mario, it's like, hey man, it's Yoshi. Like we got a Yoshi game. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, as we've seen with pretty much every franchise that starts out like this. It's hard to make, you can't make a Mario game with Luigi. You have to go a different route, like you see with Luigi's Mansion and stuff like that. Like nobody's buying a Knuckles game because they like Sonic. You know what I mean? So props to him for trying. I'll give him that. You know.
And I will say one thing that I never found myself experience with Super Mario World. I was never thinking, oh, I can't wait for this level to be over. But I had that thought multiple times in this game. I mean, the levels were long. I mean, I know we're on the favorite part of the game section, but I mean, we just keep coming back to the previous one. All right, Larry, favorite part of the game. What did you like about it?
Um,
Some positives here.
d- um, well, I'll start with at least to follow up the one negative and go back into the clear. I don't think that in any of these there was any short levels. I mean, Mario, you've got some ones that are just speed run, minute level. Ta-da, there you go. Hell, even just little houses where you do shit. You don't have that. You got more extended. But in this here, I'm gonna say one. I like the idea of playing with Yoshi. I just don't think the execution went well. Um, the angles, shooting your Yoshi eggs, kind of thing. That's cool. The puzzles I could live without, but I did enjoy when you were able to get the little transformation blocks that would change you into a train or change you into a car, helicopter. It was something different. Oh, it's
Yeah,
just like
I forgot
I
about
was
that. Yeah.
welcoming that. And just little things with it. I did like that they brought back Shy Guys. So now Shy Guys have a real purpose in this world outside of a
Mm-hmm.
dream, a fever dream that Mario had way back in the day. Um, I want to say the bosses, but they pretty much got to be the same thing. Given the 2 or 3 that I got to face, so I don't know. They weren't too good, but I agree with you guys 110%. I think they put all their time, effort, and thought into the look of the game. They need to put more into the play of it, but that's about where I'm at.
Well, we're in that
Agreed.
part of the section. We're looking at our final thoughts here. Personally, I want to say I possibly had my expectations a little too high. I I mean, expectations were too high. I was expecting a Mario game, got a Yoshi game with a little bit of Mario. Uh, it was more of a puzzle solving game, and it was very felt very monotonous to play, and the difficulty was very low. It could have kept my intrigue a little bit if it was a very difficult game and I was struggling. It could have at least kept my attention for longer, but it was a puzzle. It was a puzzle solving game, and the puzzles were extremely easy. The bosses were extremely easy. None of the levels, like mobs in the levels, really gave me any problems. I liked the mechanics of the game. It felt great to play. It looked great. I liked the egg throwing mechanic and collecting eggs. Uh, and I also never had any system issues. I never had any stutters. I mean, even when I had 10 eggs and a ton of mobs on the screen, I never had any uh, issues with that. Yeah, maybe it left a little to be desired, but overall, I didn't hate this game. It sounds like we're really shitting on it. I mean, it wasn't a bad game by any means. It was just maybe it left a little bit to be desired. Uh, would I recommend it? Probably not. I I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if you want a cool little art style, I'd recommend playing it while doing something else. Larry doesn't personally, but I say give it a shot if you are bored and but if you're expecting a Mario game, especially a sequel to or just be a prequel to whatever to Super Mario World, whatever, expecting that, don't be. This is a game in its own. You want to see pretty art style, some pretty cool music, some good mechanics for an SNES game. Give it a try, but I probably wouldn't recommend it, and I probably wouldn't play it again. Uh, see, what is your final thoughts on the matter here?
Fair point. You did say something earlier, and I forgot what it was, but I was gonna elaborate even further. I liked what you said, but I don't remember. I will say you're right though. Performed well. Um, Everything about it was kind of lackluster in comparison to what a lot of expectations probably were for it. Probably feel like people probably felt this way when it came out. You know what I mean? Just my guess. But I mean, overall, yeah, it looked great. The sounds really weren't bad. Like I said, the one sound was stuck in my head for an hour. Um, Overall, it's not the worst game I've ever played. I can say that. It's definitely compared to other NES or SNES titles. Don't think it'd be something I would grab other than having like a collection kind of deal. I don't really think you should play it. Maybe if you're really into this kind of art style, probably just better off watching a little video or googling some pictures. To tell you the truth, it is pretty, but outside of that, I'd say if you really like puzzle games or you're a big Yoshi fan or a completist that wants to go back and play like every iteration of a franchise, sure. But I don't think I'd really recommend this to just anybody. You ask me, hey, how about that game? I'm not going to tell you to play it myself. And I won't come back to this one. I don't remember if you two remember, or I don't know if you two remember, but when we got into the NES portion, I was playing that stupid little Yoshi Tetrisy game, if you recall.
Yoshi's
Y'all
Cookie.
remember this? Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. I enjoyed that more, so I won't play this again. If I need my Yoshi fix, I'm gonna go play that. I'm gonna be real with you. So, Larry, I hope you can find some kinder words in the midst of all of this.
Um, well, I think the one thing Aiden kind of started to harp on, but you know what? You're 100% right. Expectations. When you say Super Mario World 2, I should feel Super Mario World 2. And you said another part that made great sense is it's a prequel, right? So why the hell would you call it Super Mario Brothers World 2 when it's before Super Mario World?
Yeah.
So, like I say, it's confusing in its own. I think when you start to look at it, it almost feels like the initial cash grab. Um,
Yeah.
we'll slap Super Mario on it and everybody will buy it up, right? Um, it's it may have been an attempt to give you more Mario on the Super Nintendo, and there's a lot to play through here. Like I say, I played at minimum 4 some hours on it. Aiden, you said you got 3.5. CJ, I imagine you at least got your required hour into it.
Yeah, it's an hour
But
and a half max. I had to tap out.
yeah, but it's and I think there's 7 or 8 levels here. I mean, like I said, when you look at the map, it goes around. I think it does like 7 worlds and then works its way up the mountain. There's a lot of game here, but you just gotta, I don't know, it's a struggle, and I just don't know if it's worth the struggle. It's beautiful, it's good looking. I mean, if you got it somewhere, full disclosure, I'm sure you guys did the same thing. I played this on the Switch,
Yeah.
Super Switch game collection. So if you have the Switch with the online collection, take a minute and look at it. I wouldn't go out of your way to pursue this. I wouldn't recommend that you make a hard effort to play this. I would recommend maybe if your kids want to try it and they are kind of into it, maybe, sure. It's gonna keep them busy for a while, and kids tend to like listen to the same song over and over and over. So that's kind of really the feeling. I think the best way to put it in a whole other metaphor is it's the kid listening to what is it, Baby Shark for 4,000 hours,
Yeah.
and that's
Make them
okay
wear
for them.
headphones. Make them wear headphones. Unless you want to hear that bitch
Yes,
ass baby cry.
yeah. So,
You're
um,
coming back to play it
I
again more though, right?
I actually, like I said, I played this on my Switch, and I went to save a state on it, and I realized the last time I played this was in 2022, which was 3 years ago, and I was no further than where I was actually saving it, which was somewhere in the middle of level 1. So yeah, I don't think we'll ever come back to revisit this episode, so I doubt that I'll seriously come back and play it ever again. So
Yeah, I agree with what you said there a little bit about on it being almost felt like a children's game. I don't know if I'd go as
mhm.
far to say as a cash grab. Maybe the title's a little cash grabby, but I mean, hand drawing this long of a game, I mean, that had to take so much effort. It's not even funny. So I don't know if I'd do that for a cash grab. I think maybe
Cash
they
grab
just
esque for sure. I think is
cash
more
grab
fair.
esque, but I think they were shooting for something and it didn't really hit the mark. Uh, Definitely felt like more of a kids game. But I mean, we've got our final thoughts out. It's about that time. Put numbers to paper. I'll go first here. By the sound of us talking about it, you would think I despise this game, but I mean, it looked great. The mechanics felt great. I like a lot of things in this game. I'm just talking so much down on it right now because I mean, think what we're comparing it to: Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World. Like that's what it's being compared to. So I don't despise this game whatsoever. I'm gonna give it a flat solid 7. I thought it was a solid game. I could mindlessly play it. I mean, the graphics were good. It has enough good stuff about it for me to say the game it's a good game. But as also it's being compared to some of the best games of all time. So it can't get anywhere past a 7 for me. I wouldn't put it in sixes, but a flat 7's where I'm at. I suspect some lower numbers here from my co-hosts. CJ, what's your lower number here?
Yeah, I think it really comes down to gameplay, honestly, for me. It's definitely, this definitely, I know you guys know, the audience probably knows, my score has heavily always been affected by gameplay. Just to me, this didn't have it, like I said, some other games, at least off rip, like, hell, even some of the Star Wars, the newer Star Wars Battlefront games, I just wanna love it so much. I really do. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I just, I don't think they play great, and that's really where I feel with this. It's a big part of a game for me. Think it looks awesome. Think it does sound a little bit redundant, but it doesn't sound bad while doing it. It's just hard for me to inch up past a 5, and I think I give it a 4.7. I mean, there's a lot to be desired in this game, and I just feel like with what's on the table, they could have done so much more with a Yoshi stamped game in 95. It felt like it just really missed the mark for me. So 4.7. That's where I got to leave it.
Okay.
Sorry,
well,
guys.
Well, I didn't make it. So
Not
no
hurt me
fucking
at
hurt
all.
my feelings too. I hear you, Aiden. I hear you, CJ. We'll start with that. It's been a fun one to go through this to not blatantly just bash on this damn game. But I think that speaks more to our character than it does to this game. And I'm gonna say that in the idea it's like, nobody wants to be harsh. People put time, effort, and work into this. Somewhere, somebody probably does love this. And I'll say that just based off the amount of videos I found that people did to talk about this. We did UN Squadron a couple weeks ago. There ain't no fucking videos on that. You barely find anything in regards to it.
I saw
But
a list
there's
that it said this is the 6th best SNES game. So there
This?
are
this was
yeah, I saw a couple like reputable lists that said that. So there are people that enjoy this game. The VGR
What,
squad
Watch
is not.
Fucking Mojo?
It was like a big article. Like it surprised me. Like what?
our top 10 games
Right.
have Yoshi in them, and maybe but I I don't want to kick the dinosaur while he's down, but in the idea of fun, playability, enjoyment, I'm going like 4.5. It's just not fun. It's not a bad game. It's just it plays well, but I mean, if you took out something that maybe didn't, we'd have no problem with it. I mean, everything's there except it's just not fun. It looks good, feels good, everything, but it's just not a fun game. 4.5 is what I got for you.
I will say
Totally
this could be
agree.
pure speculation, but if I think if this game was like a solo Yoshi game and just called Yoshi's Island, I feel like we all would have been we all would have had maybe been a little bit more friendly on it.
You get a
I
5.7.
I think so. It could have got a bump up to a 5.7 instead of
You, you know what I almost
right now.
said, and actually, it reminds me, Larry, when you mentioned turning into stuff. Real quick before we hit the overall, when you said that, you know what game this really reminded me of from season 1? Honestly,
Hmm.
I know
Felix
what
the
you're gonna
Cat.
say. Felix the cat.
And I looked up, and my Felix the Cat score is a 4.5, and I think this has the edge basically because it looks better. But outside of that, it's feeling Felix the Cat esque. Like we might have an
Come
early
on.
front runner
The
for
sound
the
is
Felix the
better. It
Cat
looks
game of the
better.
season, dude. We might have an early
It's,
front runner for the Felix the Cat game of the season, but I know everybody's waiting. 4.5, 4.7, a generous 7 even. Talking about a 5.4 average game. It's not bad. I think we all got our words out on that. It's not bad. It's just not good. That's okay.
I like the game. It left a lot to be desired personally.
3 points.
Agree.
I enjoyed it, but not like I enjoyed the other Marios. I will say that. Well, CJ,
Yeah.
you got something else to say here?
Oh yeah. I found this Kanye quote of the week here, and it's how I felt about Nintendo making this game. This is a Kanye West lyric from the song Champion from the best album ever created, Graduation. And he was talking about Lauryn Hill here. He said, Lauryn Hill say her heart was in Zion. I wish her heart was still in Ryman. And what really hits me with that, I wish Nintendo's heart was still with Mario. But Nintendo said their heart's with Yoshi here, and it really hurts because Lauryn Hill said her heart was with her kid. She's done making music. That's what Kanye said he wishes she was still into Ryman. That's how I felt here. They just missed the mark. I feel like it's a fitting quote. It's probably the most PG Kanye quote of the week I possibly have had. So it's just unfortunate, but that's where I sit with it.
It's deep, man. It's deep.
Very
Pretty
deep. Larry, what should all of our VGR fans go do? I mean, just let them know.
Well, we appreciate you listening. We appreciate you getting this far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us here on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, follow us anywhere you can. We're on the Instagrams, we're on Facebook, we do TikToks, we do all kinds of good stuff. We just want to be part of it, want you to be part of it too. Send us an email, vgrpod@gmail.com. We want to hear from you, your thoughts, your opinions. Maybe you're one of those people out there who do love Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2. Tell us we're wrong. We'll make CJ pay for it. I promise.
Yeah, don't make me play it again. I was actually going to add on, Larry, and tell them what they shouldn't do. And what they shouldn't do is pick up their Nintendo Switch and play this fucking game. But I do agree with everything else you said, but they should do.
I will say, I think we were a little too harsh on it. I feel like the overarching popular opinion is this is a good game, but we personally did not. I think IMDb has it like almost a 9. We ranked it a 5.4. So the VGR squad really did not like this game, but we might have a great game coming up next week if CJ wants to tell you about it. What's going on?
I don't want to tell. I'm just not going to do it. We're going to talk about
All right, see
another
you guys later.
we're going to talk about another iconic character, which so far has kind of been the trend with this season. We've just been talking about icons after icons, war heroes, super plumbers, mutant turtles. Going to add to the mix. And almost similar to a lot of our questions in past, as Aiden mentioned the bear question this week. Talking about a big raging animal, not in the mall, not in the Target, in the jungle. Unleash it, Donkey Kong Country for the Super NES. It's time to go to town. It's time to eat some bananas, run around kind of goofily, and get shit done. So, you of course know who picked the MC. You know it's going to be a banger episode, banger game with great opinions, and we're all going to love it. So I will say, come tune in next week to hear about some Donkey Kong Country. Insert Donkey Kong sound.
Oh, banana.
You heard him. Be on the lookout for that VGR podcast. Round 2 of season 2 coming up next week. CJ starting her off. Well, that's the end of this one. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace. Good Papa Vessel. Good Papa Vessel.
I didn't think we were going to hate that game that much.